Hello and welcome to episode 6 of series 2 of Master League Story Mode. Now, what is your favourite day of the year? Is it your birthday? Maybe. Is it Christmas? Potentially. Is it National Burger Day? Well, that is a great day. Is it the anniversary of the day that you bought that favourite pair of trousers? Well, it could easily be. And for me, that's one of them. It's definitely up there. But no, the best day of the year is without a doubt Transfer Deadline Day. Yep, it's back. It's Transfer Deadline Day. It's the best day of the year. Abso-bloody-lutely. Now, before we get into that, which is coming up very soon, we do have a game against Southampton that we need to get done. But before we get into the game today, let's have a quick look at where we are with the negotiations. So, we've got Danny Welbeck on the edge of a loan deal. That should be interesting. I imagine that'll cost somewhere around the 2-3 million mark. We've got 14 million in the budget, so that should be fine. Jack Butland, we're looking to bring in as a keeper. He would be an upgrade on Marshall. I think a keeper's going to be definitely worthwhile. Now, Inaki Williams, I've been going back and forth on this. I'm a little bit unsure as to what to do. We've had varying opinions from the commenters. Some of you saying don't bother. Some of you saying you're not going to do much better for 13 million at this point. Now, I'm inclined to agree with that. But then you've just got to have another look at these stats. So let's revisit them. So, where do we play him? That's the question. Well, he can either play for us really as a second striker or a right or left midfielder. As you can see there on his preferred positions, left or right midfield would probably drop him down to 75, so that would make him worse overall than Jesse Lingard. That would affect his stats. And also, he's not a great passer. 66 lofted pass means that he's not suited to beating players down the right and crossing a ball in. His low passing is also pretty low. As a second striker, he's only got 75 finishing. That's not good enough. He is quick, but it's the kicking power, the speed and the explosive power that has ramped up his stats to 79. I just don't think he's worth it. So, controversial as this may be, we're going to end that negotiation right there. So, sorry about that, any Inaki Williams fans. I think we might be able to do better, hopefully in the next 3 days. I think we can probably just go ahead. We can get rid of Mbakani. Let's free up some cash. He didn't perform well in his first game, but we've earned a cool 13.6 million for here from the transfer budget, and it shaved an extra 1.2 million off our salary budget as well. So I think that was a good shout. El Mohammadi, I think we're going to keep. And Klukas, almost double his market value. This is a great sale. So 6 million for him. He doesn't look like he's going to make it into the team. 34 million we're on now. That's really encouraging. So we're still looking for that second striker. I think we've got one player we can still deal with. Remy Cabella would be a good signing in that he can play on the right-hand side, left-hand side, or as a second striker, which is what we're looking for. His passing could be a bit better. His finishing as well. They're all above 72. But his body control and physical contact are what's exciting me about him. He's quick. He's explosive. He's a decent passer. Great dribbler. I think we'll put in a bid for him. So that's pretty much covered the transfers. We've got 34 million in the budget, which is loads. Potentially Welbeck coming in, Butland. We maybe need a left back. And that's something hopefully we can look at before the transfer deadline day begins. There's a few potential targets there. But we're just going to have to keep things moving. So it's time to look at our first game and only game, I believe, of this episode. Because I think transfer deadline day will probably take us through to the end of the episode. We're up against Southampton. It's our first away game of the season. Let's have a look at the team. I think Diamandi's earned a start. Mbakani's on his way out, so I don't think we'll be playing him. Snodgrass. Oh, he's not looking great today. I think what we'll do is we'll play Lingard out on the left, and we'll bring in El Mohammadi in right midfield. It's a shame for old Richard Snodgrass, old Rylan Snodgrass, Rowan Snodgrass. I don't know, something like that. He's Scottish anyway. It's a shame that he won't be playing. But other than that, let's get into it. We're up against a strong Southampton team. Charlie Austin up front. Jay Rodriguez out on the left. It's a nice formation, actually, and a strong central midfield trio. No particular weak links, and we know that Van Dijk and Fonte at the back are of a very high quality, so it's going to be difficult to break down. So here we are. It's our first away game of the Alex Ferguson era, and as transfer deadline day looms on the horizon, we go up against a Southampton squad that are definitely dangerous. They've got a great defence, and they've got Charlie Austin up front, who, as we know in this so far, it looks like crosses are definitely powerful. So having a player like him to nod in those crosses is going to be dangerous. Lingard playing out on the left. He steps out. Boo foul now up against Robertson. Robertson, that's a... is that a foul? It is a foul. That's a free kick in a dangerous position here for Southampton. Surely not. First challenge of the game. You've got to let him get away with that. Referee, that's not a card, is it? Is that a card? Is that a card? That's a card. Ah, that's harsh. Ball in. Mbula's there. Can he get it away? No, he's made a mistake. Oh, Marshall. Just about managed to dive on that one. Like a grenade. Oh, Lingard's won it back again. It's a nice ball into Hernandez. Diamande again. Forced backwards. He sees Fosu Mensah with a great overlapping run. Ball into the box from Fosu Mensah. Oh, El Mohammadi was there. Couldn't get a head to it. Robertson, ball out to Mason. He's got time to get his head up. Ball in towards El Mohammadi, and he's put it wide. He had Bertrand climbing all over his back, but he should have put that on target at the very least. El Mohammadi there. Mason had hours to pick that cross, and he picked it out well. A little bit of pressure from Bertrand. He still couldn't get it on target. Great start here from Hull, though. Mbula up against Højbjerg. He could win this. No, Gianelli Mbula couldn't quite get his lanky frame onto that one. Good tackle from Hernandez. He's got Diamande in space. Diamande with the finish. And that's 2-2 for Diamande. There's been a lot of talk about new strikers coming in. Danny Welbeck, Miram Diouf. But Diamande is showing Alex Ferguson that actually he deserves a start just as much as any new player. Abel Hernandez, the creator of that goal with a great bit of offensive defence. Nicking the ball back, and then it's a simple through ball to Diamande. It's a great tackle there. Southampton playing caught napping. Diamande made a good run through the middle. It's a confident finish. Does he go into the referee's book? He does. It's another yellow card. We're racking up the yellow cards so far this season. Dawson is there with Austin. It's a great finish. Almost from the Southampton player, but that save from Marshall, world class. He knows as well that his position is in doubt with Jack Butland. Potentially a new signing for Alex Ferguson. El Mohammadi inside to Dawson. Here is Gianelli Mbula. He opens his legs up, strides forward, and that's a great ball out to Robertson. Puts it in first time to Jesse Lingard. Puts it back inside. Diamande's there with a header. Pushed away by the Southampton keeper. It's out only as far as Mbula, but that's half time. And a decent half for Hull City. We lead at the break after a great goal from Diamande, who's got 2-2 now. Possession-wise, actually it's been a very equal game all around, really. But Hull City, the away side, going up at the break. And Alex Ferguson's got to be pleased with that. Abel Hernandez, the ball out, doesn't reach its target, and Robertson now out of position. What can he do to get back in? He does all right to slow down Davis, but Southampton here on the break. Ward-Prowse, it's a great ball over, looking for Charlie Austin, who takes it down well. It's got Davis and Dawson with him. Davis and Dawson combined managed to win that back. Rodriguez inside to Ward-Prowse. He can pull the strings from that position. It's short passing him. It's cut out by Fosu Mensah. He takes his time. Ryan Bertrand over-committing there, possibly. He's well up the pitch. Can we break into his position? El Mohammadi in a lot of space here out on the right. It's an early ball in. Diamande's there. Ooh! Saved at the left-hand post. Another option for us here is the far post corner. Let's try that one out. Ryan Mason pitches it up long. Mbula's there to get a head on it. Falls to Hernandez. Mason, edge of the box with a left foot curling shot. And it's wide and high. But it's another good bit of pressure here from Hull City. Shot coming in. Mbula got up there for the header. Hernandez puts it in. Ryan Mason back onto his unfavoured left foot. Found himself in a good position. It wasn't a million miles away. Would have been his first goal for the club this season. So triple substitution here. I didn't even realise we were 90 minutes in. This game has been so free-flowing. Got to prevent a goal here though. Good ball into Højbjerg. Mason cuts it out. Classy into Davis. This is dangerous. He gets the shot away. Absolutely no way. Oh, Marshall. Good hand to that. I don't think it was going in. Couldn't give away a goal there in the last minute. It's gone out for a Southampton corner. Let's get this away, lads. We don't all need to commit to this short corner here. Dawson has come out. Classy. Stepped away. Out to Bertrand on the edge of the box. Into Rodriguez. No! No! No way! Oh, sucker punch there. An absolute gut blow. Oh, How did we give that away in the dying moments of the match? Ferguson absolutely apoplectic. Jay Rodriguez, it was a good finish, but we should never allow that to happen. That's game over. Oh, I don't believe it. Should have been another win there for Hull City. Really disappointing. We left the substitutions too late, and then it threw the game too much, bringing them on at the last minute. Absolutely gutted with that result. Well, I mean, it was a very, very even game. I don't think Southampton actually, although the stats say it was even, I don't think they really deserved that goal. Oh, that was poor. Okay, so 1.8 million loan for Danny Welbeck. I think that's a no-brainer, surely. I think we'll definitely take that. So, Danny Welbeck, another loan signing. We've had 2 loan signings. I think that's acceptable. Both of them, some of the players that Alex Ferguson has really loved to try and develop in his final years at United. Welbeck, who was there for all of his youth career. And Alex Ferguson oversaw his development. Unfortunately, he got to move away because he wasn't guaranteed a starting place, which is fair enough. But now, after a difficult injury at Arsenal, Alex Ferguson has given him a chance to work his way back to full fitness at Hull City for the rest of this season. I think that's a great signing. Really excited to see him playing back under Alex Ferguson again. Now let's have a look at Jack Butland. He would be a real step up as a keeper. He's you know, a world away from Marshall in a lot of different areas. Let's see if we can get any money off. Probably not. So for 20 million, we're going to have to leave this one. We might be able to sell a player to bring him in. Now, Juve. That's a tricky one. Cabela, we've probably got him coming in as well. Let's take another look at that scout report again. So Gabbiadini can play in a lot of different positions. We can play him as a striker. He's a great finisher. His passing leaves a lot to be desired. Or Campos would probably be better from a passing perspective. But he's definitely not the finisher. I like the look of Gabbiadini. I'm going to put in a bid for him. And that's all we can do for now. Now that is interesting. We're pretty much in to transfer deadline day. Were there any other sales we can make? No. So we're leaving it very, very late. Now I've not done a transfer deadline day yet. I've sort of seen how it works. You get a few attempts. It's going to go down to the wire. Now we've got Welbeck in. Really we need a central midfielder or a defensive player as well. At least we know Cabela. If we sign Cabela and Gabbiadini and Welbeck, that's some real attacking talent. The good thing about Welbeck and Gabbiadini is in theory they can both play at left and right midfield. I like Gabbiadini actually. He could be interesting. So we've got 15 hours left of transfer deadline day. So wow, we really know it's transfer deadline day because look who has appeared in his car. It's the hero, it's the icon of transfer deadline day. And a Master League story mode favourite, it's Arry Redknapp. Right, Alex, how's it going? It's transfer deadline day. You need help signing any players? I've got a few connections. A few little deals I could help you with. Get to fuck, Harry. Oh, alright, Alex. Nice one. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Ah, Harry. How we've missed him. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the negotiations. So, Gabbiadini. 8 million, that's a bargain. That is a real bargain. Cabela, 12 million. Not such a bargain. And we do want to sign Butland. Oh, this is tricky. There's a couple of other players we can look at. I don't know if we're going to have time. You know, full disclosure, I've watched a few videos through of what transfer deadline day is like, and I know we've probably got about 5 or 6 sort of actions we can do from what I've seen. So we can probably open negotiation, sign a player, sell a player. You know, it looks to be about 5 or 6, maybe more. So one that was suggested, so it was a great suggestion by new commenter, Irwin Haddy. I hope I'm saying that right. And it was mentioning that there's a good few Manchester United, Alex Ferguson, links to the under-18 setup, England under-18 in Paul McGuinness and Eric Steele. And that leaves us with Master League Story Mode fan favourite, Reece Oxford. We can maybe sign a centre-back up. I don't think we're going to have time for that, but I will consider that. There was a few players at Ajax as well that we looked at. So we'll just revisit Ajax because I think there was a few that have been pointed out by some of the commenters that we didn't really go for. Who was that? Now, Reedwald was one of them. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to sign him. Only 1 out of 5 for him. But we'll give it a go. Let's try this one out. 13 hours. Oh my God, it's like 24. Boop, boop, boop. No, that was probably a bit of a waste, to be fair. We've had an offer for Diamande. That's interesting. We've had another scout report come back. Oh, it's getting exciting now. Anyone of interest? Oh, he looks decent. He would have been great, but we don't need a right back. Attacking midfielder who can also play as a second striker. No, he's not taking my fancy. We had some bids as well. Diamande and Henriksen. We could do with getting rid of Henriksen. He doesn't look like he's going to play. So he's 9 million. 1 million for him. What do we need to be able to sign Gabbiadini, Cabella and Butland? Quite a lot of money. 12-ish million. How much could we get for Henriksen? 10 million. And Diamande, 6 million. We want to keep Diamande. I think he's proven himself. Although we've brought in a lot of new players. Oh, Jakupovic. Oh, this is tricky. This is really tricky. And we also are really lacking that left back. We're going to have to put in a bid for another left back. And I've got my eye on Dykes as well. An offensive full back. He's a good crosser of the ball. He's got early cross. He's got speeding bullet and long throw. I think that's some good things to have. Oh, we've not got many hours left. But I'm going to put in another bid. We're wasting time here. I think we've probably got maybe 5 actions left. Not even that. 4 maybe. No, that's not worked either. Oh, we've wasted a lot of money there and a lot of time. Okay, well, we're going to have to sign some of these players now. What the hell do I do now? I'm absolutely lost. Problem is, I don't know how many more things we can do. I feel like if we sell Henriksen, we might be able to bring in Butland and Cabella. So that'd be 36, 37 million. We're on 32. We can afford the wages, definitely. So if we sell Henriksen for 10, yeah, that's definitely, we can definitely do that. Okay. So we're selling Henriksen. Right. We've got 43 million. We've got 9 hours left. Oh my God, of the transfer window. This is getting too close and I don't like it. Oh, I don't even know if we've got time to negotiate these transfers. Cabella we've got to bring in. I feel like we could have got some money off here, definitely. Oh, not definitely. Okay. So we're taking the plunge on Cabella. That takes 2 hours. That's 16 million. We've still got 26 million left. 7 hours left to go in the transfer window. Latest news. Hull City announced the signing of Cabella. Why did they mess up the spaces in this? That's almost game breaking for me. Hull City space announced the signing of space Cabella. Still decent though. Fairly happy with that. So that leaves us with 26 million. We can't sign Gabbiadini and Butland, I don't think, in this window. Oh, I mean, we've got Welbeck as another striker. We've got loads of strikers. We've got Marshall, who's a decent keeper. I feel like we do need a really high quality keeper though. And he's only going to get better. So we're going to do it. Jack Butland comes in. That leaves us with 5 hours left in the window. Oh, maybe we can make a sale and buy Gabbiadini as well. I think we might be able to. We have an offer of McGregor as well. That would make sense. So, oh, this is going to be tight. So we need 8 million for him. Maguire we can keep because he's actually a fairly promising centre back. He's our backup really. What can we get from McGregor? Oh yeah, 5 million. That covers it nicely. So hopefully this isn't the last thing we can do. Yeah, we've got 3 hours left. Sweet. Okay, so we can sign Gabbiadini as well. Hey, nice. Effective transfer window, really. We've sort of been lacking in defensive signings, it has to be said. We've gone very much attacking. And now we've got probably too many attacking players, truth be told. But, wow, we've made some big signings. We've still got a fair bit of money left. So we can't really do anything in this final hour. So I think we just kick back. Alex Ferguson has popped open a bottle of his finest red wine. And that is us done. So there he is, Gabbiadini, our final signing of the window. Last minute thing. That's cool. You know, signed at 11 o'clock. The fax machine was fired up. as is tradition, and we've made that signing. So that is us done. Oh, the scouts found something a bit late. Should we just annoy ourselves by seeing who that is? I mean, we can always buy them in January. Oh, Lacazette! What? That would have been ridiculous anyway. Okay, so this transfer window is slammed shut, and it looks like our game today is against Manchester United. What? Oh my god, mind-blowing for that to be the first game after all these new signings, especially with Danny Welbeck back in the side. But we're not going to play this now because we don't have time. But before we go, we're just going to have a quick look at this new look Hull City squad. What we've basically just done is just signed a shitload of strikers. We've essentially signed 3 strikers there. Gabbiadini hopefully can play out on the right. Yeah, he can. Acceptably. We've really overspent on attacking players here. We've got essentially a full forward line of attacking players to replace if we need. Jack Butland comes in for Marshall. That's a pretty decent signing. We've now got 3 keepers who we don't need. But the question is, who starts up front? Is it going to be Danny Welbeck? You would think he'd be the obvious option. Gabbiadini, not a bad striker as well. Hernandez could start up front. And then Cabela, where does he come in? Does he come in at second striker? Hernandez looks to be better. I think we've got a lot of rotation options. Gabbiadini, he's best as a second striker. At a push, we can play him out on the wings as well. We've not really recruited that well, to be honest. I'm not too happy with this. I blame that mainly the scouts on that, and mainly not doing the business as early on as we would have liked to. And we were forced into some fairly rash decisions. Cabela is decent out on the right, and he can play out on the left as well. So he's a little bit more versatile. Gabbiadini was a deadline day panic signing. He's a left footer, so he can play him out on the left. Gabbiadini is a great finisher, though. That is one thing for certain. So there we go. It looks like our centre-back replacement is going to be Maguire, who's 70 overall rated. I don't think Oxford would have been a huge improvement on him, maybe slightly. Odebejo remains our right-back replacement. We've still not got anyone who can play at left-back. Robertson has got a hell of a lot resting on his shoulders this season. That was the area we need to do. We went in with 2 last-minute bids for left-backs from Ajax. Neither of them were accepted. I'm not too pleased with that, really. That could be our weak link. But at least we've got a great keeper in, and we've got more attackers than anyone could ever need. Question is, I can't see really who we start other than Welbeck. Just purely on his speed. He's a good finisher as well. At 78, he's not quite the finisher that Diouf would have been. But him and Hernandez, both good at finishing. Gabbiadini's almost a better player. Well, we've definitely got a rotation options there for our attacking players, but maybe too many. If I'm honest, I've messed this up, and if you want to tell me that in the comments, I'll be happy to hear it, because I believe it to be true. So in many ways, it's a decent transfer window, but in many other ways, I'm actually quite disappointed. In the next episode, we've got a huge game. We've got a squad of players we've not really had to try. But Danny Welbeck back against Man United. Surely that's a goal for him. It must be. So anyway, that's it for this week. We'll next be talking on Monday. So I'll see you in a bit.